Hello. I'm chewing as fast as I can.
What are you eating?
I was eating fruit snacks, of course,
Of course.
because I'm like a 7-year-old.
I was chewing on some Gardettos.
What's that?
You've heard of Gardettos.
Without the checks.
Oh.
Those are, you know what the best ones are? The little brown toast things, because they like soak up the Worcestershire sauce.
Yes. I think they're bagel chips, aren't they?
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're like slices of bagel.
Don't let them fool you. Gardetto sells a bag of just those chips, and I bought that thinking, oh, the best ones. There's like no flavoring on them. I was so mad. I threw the whole bag away. But yeah, that's my favorite part of that.
Yeah, I'd be real mad.
Yeah. Oh, when you got something and you're so excited, and then you take that first bite and you're like, what?
Yeah.
No.
It's like a bagel chip without nothing on it. What the heck?
That's no fun. That's no fun at all.
Lori Wallace is joining us, finally getting it to alive, and I'm so excited for
her. I am too. Hey,
hi,
Facebook
Lori.
user. Who's our Facebook user today? Well, let me go through the chat and say hi to everybody.
Yeah, say hi to everybody.
So hi, Samantha. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Lori. Hi, Patty. Hi, TKW Creations. I don't know your first name. Does anybody know TKW Creations? No?
Don't.
You have to let us know your name.
Yes, please.
Hello, Joe. Hi, Dawn. Ed, good to see you. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Crafty Chats Alice. Hey, Lori. I think I already said hi to Lori. Hi, Facebook user. Hey, Lizzie. And Alice. No seasoning. Then it's just a fried vegetable. I'm not having that.
Right?
So TKW Creation says Tangia. Is it Tangia? Tangia? Not sure if I'm saying it right. I hope I am. But welcome to our live. So how are you guys?
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
Story about my today.
Yeah, Mel met a stranger today.
I did.
A blue-eyed, gorgeous stranger.
Beautiful boy, beautiful. But I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. So this morning I didn't have my live because I was getting my air conditioner fixed. I really went to my appointment to get my air conditioner fixed, and he couldn't find me in there, and I was about to get upset, and I said, well, maybe I'm on the wrong Saturday. He goes, yep, it was last Saturday. So I had to reschedule my appointment to next Saturday.
Oh,
so I won't have a live again next Saturday. I will come back to do my live, but I had already committed to my mom to have an early lunch with her. So yeah. So there's that. But now we get home, and I was coming to pick up all the dog beds because I was replacing all the dog beds today. So I was getting them all to take them out to the dump. And my dogs decided to bolt, except for the old man. The old man didn't bolt, but the other two did. So they go running down the road. We had to go get them. We finally get them back in the house, get everything loaded up, and I go down, and at the end of the street, this blue-eyed beauty is sitting there waiting for me.
Yeah, maybe that's why they bolted. Maybe they knew he was down there.
That's right. They wanted to go say hi.
I would have gone to say hi.
Right? And this guy had the most beautiful eyes. I couldn't resist. I had to stop the car and get out and say, "Come here, boy. Come here, boy." So you know I'm talking about a dog now.
Right. Although
you are?
Although about 20 years ago.
Isn't he so cute?
Aww.
Sitting next to Roro.
Sweet. Yeah. So you guys know that I already have 6 animals in my house. I couldn't bring him back home. So what we ended up doing, this is just before I went to lunch with my mom, what we ended up doing is I took him to here we have the Appalachian Animal Center, no kill shelter, which is awesome. But I took them there, dropped them off. They took some pictures, posted it to their Facebook, and then somebody replied saying, "Oh, his name is Zeus. We've been missing him for 2 days." And I knew somebody out there missed him. So I was so excited. He got back with his family.
That's
You
good.
saved Zeus.
You saved the day.
I did. I saved a blue-eyed god is what I saved.
You did. You did. Well, I think that's awesome. So I'm going to keep continuing to say hi to people. So Dana's Wanderlust Crochet is here. Hello, Dana. And Lizzie King has a question for me. Julie, you have to tell us about the invitation you had for your birthday celebration. By the way, belated happy birthday. So what happened was, gosh, it was probably 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something like that. And my sister-in-law called, and they were taking my husband and I out for our birthday to dinner. So it was kind of a surprise. So my husband's birthday is the day before mine, or no, 2 days before mine. So his birthday was on Friday, mine was on Sunday. So they were like, Saturday night, let's take him out. So yeah, it was so nice to go. But if we had waited until later, the later reservation would have been like 10 o'clock at night. And that's, we didn't want to do that to them. It was nice of them to take us out. We sure didn't want to make them wait until 10:30 before they were eating dinner. And we didn't want to wait too long either.
So it's your birthday once a year.
Yeah, so it was really nice. It was an unexpected surprise. But yeah, we had a good time. So, hello, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
Alice has, who else has Top of the Pops in the background, making them feel old?
That's awesome. I love that. I don't. But
what is Top of the Pops?
I believe that might be.
I think it's a UK thing, isn't it?
Oh.
Or it could be a television show.
Is it like
I think it's a UK television show.
Okay.
Top of the Pops.
Alice, you'll have to let us know what that is.
Remember Casey Kasem, American Top 40?
Yes.
I lived for that. Every Sunday morning it started at 9 a.m.
Because I didn't know what to listen to, what would be cool to listen to until I heard that.
Yeah.
So we have the Naughty Beach Bunny in the house.
Hi.
Love that name.
And Angela says, hello, ladies, waving big to you, Ginger, as I'm passing by 1 mile from the yarn barn.
Wow.
Hi, Angela.
It's really cool. For those of you who don't know, the yarn barn is Ginger's local yarn shop. So someone's really close by.
I went there earlier this week and I got one of the $30 bags of clearance yarn. It's out in the car right now, or I'd show it to you guys.
Ooh.
It's beautiful. It has like 7 skeins of yarn that's normally like $20 a piece.
Wow.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's amazing. I have not seen where my local yarn shop does something like that. They have awesome events though. They had this actually it was the whole downtown this week had this event where it was a Mardi Gras event and it involved the whole downtown area. It was really I'm like, yeah, you hold those whenever I'm working. Thanks.
Yeah, I know, right? So Alice says, yeah, it's a UK thing, which we get replays of. Just saw Westfield and like, how is that right? I grew up with those guys. They do that here on radio. They play Casey Kasem.
American.
What was it? What's it bandstand? America's
Top 40. And then it switched to Rick Dees after Casey Kasem like retired or something.
Okay.
I thought it was it went to who's the dude that hosts American Idol? He does
Ryan Seacrest?
Yeah, he does a top 40.
Oh, does he? Okay, so you guys will probably get this, but here's a little trivia. What cartoon character did Casey Kasem do the voice of?
Oh, Shaggy.
Shaggy, you got it.
He's like the Casey Kasem. You never picture as like stoner person because he's so clean cut.
Right.
But that is all you see when you hear Shaggy.
I know. Right. Hey there, Scoop.
Exactly.
Love
that
it.
That is so crazy because I just can't imagine Casey Kasem talking like that.
I know. He's so
even though it's his voice.
Yeah. Lisa would like to know, Ginger, when will you show the yarn barn wool?
Ooh, I need to make a video. I'll make a yarn barn video. I've seriously got 2 videos lined up to edit, and I've got one more that I'm making that is going to be about Hobie.
Ooh.
And so that's what.
That's all you're going to say about that. Sorry, I got distracted. I was looking at the chat.
Well, and I got totally zoned out from Angela. When are you going to the yarn barn?
Ginger's going to be like, guys, I'll be back in a half hour.
I will be right back. I will be right back. Gonna head to the yarn barn.
Going with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Lisa the Grammy Scattered's here. Hello, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
And Lauren's here. Hello. And Angela says right now. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, Angela, tell them the Yarn Geek sent you.
Too funny. Too funny.
Wait a minute. Will you be there after 6?
She's in the parking garage, Ginger. She'd have to be there like 2 hours.
Angela, while you're there, go over to the toy store.
Angela, here's what you need to do. You need to go back to your car, drive around until you find a sit-down restaurant.
Go get something to eat.
Sit down, relax, go on your phone while you're eating, take your time.
Oh, no.
And go back to the yarn barn at 6.
Don't do that because they close at 5.
Oh, sorry. Don't do that. Ginger can't meet you tonight.
I'm
sorry, Ginge. You can meet her at Michael's.
That's not as fun.
No, it's not. So thank you, Lisa. Lisa's saying thumbs up, everybody. Denise says, hello there, ladies. Nice to see you all. Nice to see you too, Denise. Ellis says the toy store. By toy store, do you mean the yarn store?
That's what I heard.
Well, they are both. The toy store is right next door to the yarn store, to the yarn barn.
That's like a lot of or sounds in that.
They are both magical.
The yarn store is right next door to the toy store.
Door.
So you want to see what I have in my big bag?
I do.
This is a big bag, right? I mean, next to my head, it's a big bag.
It is
full. Full of
yes,
yarn.
It's a big bag.
It's a big bag.
That is my kind of yarn bag.
I have like lots of yarn that I had to get because of my viewers. They made me do it.
Aww.
They made me.
They held a knife to your throat. They said, "Go get the yarn."
They said, "Do it now."
Mm-hmm.
Held a hook to your throat.
That reminds me of another story I've got to tell you. But yeah, so on my channel, I let my viewers pick my next project, and I knew it was going to be a Grafgan, and they picked the one with the most color changes. So I had to buy all of those colors. So I ended up needing 15 skeins. And would you believe it? I went to Joann's, and not only did they have every single color that I needed and enough yarn in each color, but it was also all on sale for $2.50 a skein.
That is amazing. I really
wow.
Is.
So all of this yarn for $40.
Wow.
I was so excited. I literally was like trying not to dance.
You were doing the happy dance.
I was like, can you believe I got all this yarn for only $40? And the clerk's like, yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, I can believe it. I rang it up. Lizzie King says, wait, what? Julie bought yarn? Are you okay, Julie?
Yeah, right.
I buy yarn that I need for the project.
She's very project specific. She's not like Ginger and I where we're like, ooh, pretty yarn on sale. Let's go get it.
Yeah.
I need all this yarn.
Yeah.
Exactly. There is a meme that I have for our yarn funnies today that is totally for me and you, Jen.
Nice. I got another box I haven't opened yet.
Yeah.
Well, I've opened it, but it's a bunch of that whatchamajigger, what you call it?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
The furls.
Oh, Wanderer, the Wander yarn.
Oh yeah.
Not the Wonder. I got a whole box full of Wonder. The one that's being discontinued, the 100% wool.
Okay.
Oh, the Whim.
I think, did you post an Instagram about this?
The Whims that was on sale. Normally.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember seeing that come in, that it was on sale.
Yeah, normally $10 a skein, 5 for $15.
Which is amazing. But that's is that super soft? Is that like merino wool or is it woolly?
It's very soft.
I'm sorry to put down on that.
It is a Z twist crocheter's yarn. It's a 3 light. There are 200 yards. And yeah.
I like what Alice just said. Alice goes, quoting you, Ginger, I need all of this yarn. And then you show like a whole yarn store.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I was wrong. It's 50. Oh, that's 50% superwash merino wool, 50% nylon.
That's why it's so soft.
But it's nylon, so it's soft. So
yeah,
that's why it's so soft.
A little bit stretchy.
So Lisa, this is what I'm making.
That is gorgeous.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't
wait to see like your progress every week.
I know, me too. So today was the day where I had to go out and buy my supplies, and I downloaded the pattern, and then I took it to the FedEx office store, and they printed it out for me. So I've got like all the grids and stuff. So I'm excited and a little scared.
Did you get the pages laminated?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't do that.
Can you put them in the sheet protectors?
Yeah, I do have some of those that I can do.
Oh,
now,
but I also own the download, so I can have more printed anytime I want.
That's true. Speaking of downloads, I have one on my community tab. It is a shamrock granny square blanket. Kathy was very hilarious. She's like, okay, I just want you to come and put it on my ends for me whenever I do this blanket.
Yeah.
Super cute one. And since we are having our St. Patrick's Day show next week at my house, that might be something y'all want to check out. But it's tab.
That green and white shamrock one.
I thought it was I'm gonna have to try a few squares of those because I thought it was really, really cute.
Yeah, you could even make just like enough to make a pillow cover.
Yes, it just 4, and that's probably great, like 16 by 16 pillow cover.
Yeah,
that would be cute.
I agree. That's brilliant, Julie. That's why you're my friend.
That's right.
Yep. Deneen says, I'm late. Found a place that will ship my hats to Poland for Ukraine. I was on the phone with them. Now I'm packing it all up. About 100 hats. Not trying to be political, just happy to help.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Yeah. And you know what? We don't have to be political just to say, say a prayer for peace.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. That's not political. That's human.
Yeah. I mean, I was holding my granddaughter and I was thinking, you know what? There are so many little babies and little kids, I mean, along with everybody else over there right now that are so scared. And so,
all over the world, really.
Well,
we're really very, very fortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, we really are. And I was watching this. I found this new video on YouTube. And it was crazy. I did not think as a new channel. What?
I was like, really? A video on YouTube? That's crazy.
No, it's a like this Russian couple. this young Russian couple that
Oh,
live in Russia. And I was like, how is this getting past anything? And it has them like, how
Did
are we
she crochet hats?
I
Is she
don't
learning how to crochet?
I don't know. The guy's name is Dan,
Oh,
and he is teaching himself English by watching YouTube videos, and he's been making videos for 3 years. But
Uh-huh.
it goes through the whole COVID thing in Russia. It goes through
Wow.
like what the prices are. Like the last one was 2 days ago, and it shows their prices on gas and stuff. So
oh
it was interesting.
VPN, and that's how it can get through.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if they even allow VPNs there, but
Yeah.
that's because VPNs mask what you're doing on your machine.
Yeah.
yeah.
It hides it from your ISP. So
Was it current?
Yeah. There was
Yeah.
one from 23 hours ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He's made like 150 videos over the last 3 years.
wow.
Vicky, did you download the same pattern I did? Because if you did, how exciting. I'm so exciting. And go to Joann's while everything's on sale.
Yes.
Oh, get there in the next couple of hours.
Yeah, amen, Jess.
Yeah.
Also, I learned that that when you're doing the corner to corner or any kind of like grid blanket where you're doing a lot of color changes, that these make great bobbins, these great big clips, because you wrap your yarn around it, like lots and lots of yarn around it, and then you can clip it right to your project. So I also went to Dollar Tree and like bought a gajillion of these because you can get 6 for $1.
That is such a great idea, Julie.
Yeah,
Like,
I've been really doing a lot of research. So
wow. That's
yeah. So yeah, Vicky, try that out.
that's a crochet tip for
Jess,
the
I like what you're saying about it's not political to care about your fellow human beings.
Yeah.
right.
But I want to tell you guys about this. I have a coworker, and every day we leave at the same time. She's a secretary across the hall, and she always gets to her car first. So usually we're both at the stop sign together. So I sit behind her car at least 2 or 3 times a week. So I've had a chance to notice her bumper sticker, and at the top it says human, and underneath that it says kind, and then below that it says be both. And I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Humankind,
That's
be
sweet.
both.
Love it very, very much. That's cool.
Yeah. But I mean, I was sitting there watching that show, and they have a new baby that's like a year old. And I was thinking, we see the politics. We see like all of the politicians on the TV and everything. And it's like the people everywhere are the same,
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
When I was just graduated high school, I went to Russia for 2 weeks, and that was what I found.
Yeah.
We're all the same.
Yeah.
We all want the same things.
Yeah.
You just, you want to be free, happy, love your family,
Right. Have your children
have
be
your
safe.
friends, enjoy life, be safe, be healthy.
Yeah.
We all want the same thing.
Yeah.
To everyone coming in late, no need to apologize. Just pull up a seat.
That's
Got
right.
that right.
Pull up a
Absolutely.
seat.
We're late. We're a week late.
Exactly. A whole week late.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
we're doing a double feature tonight. 2 yarn hookers in a row.
We are?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was
I was
gonna
going to say, nobody informed me. Mel's face was like, what?
I went all double chin on that one with my back. My face pulled back.
Oh, Lisa, yes, those are perfect for clip chips. The woman at Dollar Tree did ask me why I was buying so many. I mean, I did buy I bought like 6 packages of them. She said, what are you using these for? Are you using them to hold tablecloths on the picnic table? I thought, how many picnic tables would I have to have?
No, I'm holding some people hostage.
I said, no, I'm using them for crochet. And she went, what? So I explained.
Well,
Hi, Sydney. Welcome to the show.
I could see where, like the picnic table thing, if you were throwing like a big party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know how well, I guess you could Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
Hey, Jamie says at Yarn Geek, it's Dan Sheetcox.
Yeah. Thank you, Jamie, for finding that. Yeah.
This is my sister, and chocolate be calorie free. Oh, that's what everybody wants.
Yeah.
yes, you're right, Jen. I agree with that.
Yeah.
And really no sugar to raise my glucose levels. So
Yeah, no sugar.
Yeah.
Hi, Quilty.
Hi, Quilty.
Yeah, Dan Shields, or however you say that.
It's Dan Shrek Ox.
Shrek.
So
Yeah, what
the green
She
dude.
has. She has, I think, is what she has in the correct spelling part.
Oh, I'm seeing what she sent at 5:25, and unless my eyesight's going, it looks like Dan Dan Shrek, like the green dude, and then Ox OX.
Yeah. And then right under that, she
underneath it says Shikaz. Okay, that's
Oh.
right. So I see. So Dan Shikaz. Right. Got it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Check-
with no sugar ad. Thank you. I'm glad somebody feels my pain on that one.
Oh, yeah.
I should do no sugar.
That's why, Julie, I've replaced my breakfast because it's hard to find a quick breakfast that has not that much, very little sugar in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I replaced my breakfast with a Slim Fast, but I wish I could go with the Equate ones, but I need a very low carbohydrate.
Yeah.
So I end up going with the Slim Fast brand. But yeah, it's like high protein and only 7 grams of carbs instead of something.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway,
I live on those. I've been living on those for years. I want to say 6 or 7 years. I drink one of those for breakfast every morning.
Yeah, and I've gotten my daughter to start doing that as well, and we've gotten better about taking our vitamins. Anyway.
That's really good.
I
used to drink, and this is when I went on a big thing and lost like 40 pounds, but it was because I was depressed. Mm-hmm. And I got down to like 100 pounds, but I was drinking muscle milk.
Oh,
the sugar-free muscle milk.
That is so filling.
It really is.
Fill you up.
And I worked
at they're too much for me. Like I get like kind of. Well,
what I would do is I worked at the coffee place, and I would put it in the big like cappuccino where you make the frappuccinos.
Mm-hmm.
And I would put it in there with ice and mix it up and make like a shake.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it was really good. And Shikaz, yeah. Oh, thank you for getting that.
I've been making smoothies, fruit smoothies with just fruit and grapefruit juice. Mm-hmm. But my blender doesn't like it very much. So I need to get like a really good blender before I continue, because any day now that thing's just going to explode.
Oh, true story. We were making one of those at home in our blender, and an ice shot out of the top. Like literally made a hole in the top of our blender.
Oh, my word.
Through the plastic.
I didn't put ice in mine. I just use frozen fruit.
Oh, that's safer.
I soften it up a little bit in the microwave and then I throw it in there. But I did see when I was going through Macy's, was it Macy's? I don't know, it was a few weeks ago. I want to say it was Macy's, and they had like a blender that was made specifically for frozen smoothies. And I was like, oh, that's what Mama wants.
I'm asking for Nick's birthday.
Another thing that works too are those silver bullet or.
Yeah, I used to have one of those, and I actually gave it to my sister, not Jen, but my other sister. I really can't ask for it back. I did give it to her because I never used it. Now I want to use it, but
now
I'll just get a different one. So Mel, it looks like this one's for you. Fairlife has protein shakes that are good and excellent for diabetics. So
thank you. I will have to check that out. Thank you very much.
A good tip.
I've been diabetic for a few years now, and I've been managing really well, but within the past year, and I don't know if it has to do with some stress, but within the past year, I'm having some difficulty. Of course, eating Snortettos doesn't help. But I do try. I've stopped to like I used to be able to get the lemonade the what do they call it? A frosted lemonade, but with the light lemonade at Chick-fil-A. I used to be able to get that, and with my medication, it was fine, but not anymore. No, I had to cut all that stuff out.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Just you get older, and I've put my body's ability to process sugar to the test through the years, and it's like, no, lady, not anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm living on borrowed time for that. I'm going to get full blown diabetes any day.
Well, don't do that. Start working on it now, silly.
Yeah, well, and the funny thing is that with diabetes, it's not a question of if you're going to get it; it's a question of when. So some people like me who have abused their bodies with the amount of sugar that they put in it, get it earlier, and then there are a lot of people who get it much later in life. You know, like 60s, 70s, but eventually you get to a point where your body just can't process the sugar anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't have as much sugar.
I'm going to go turn on the light because now it's starting to get dark in here. It was nice and bright a little while ago.
You know, this is picking up. I didn't turn any of my lights on, but I'm okay.
You don't even need them. Look at you.
Yeah.
You're doing fine.
What? That's crazy.
Your lighting is great.
Right? It really isn't, but I guess this camera is doing well for me. And you see, look, this is little Ipit. This is my Ipit, my piglet.
Kitty cat.
And yeah, I use frozen fruit smoothies I used to do that with yogurt. But I have to be careful. I can only do berry smoothies now. Berries.
Yeah, I do the banana and strawberries, blueberries, and then pineapple juice. And oh my gosh, it's so good. And I call it smush.
That sounds amazing.
And I might have smush for dinner tonight because it's really, really good. But the bananas are important because my feet cramp up in the middle of the night. And I've learned that the bananas are really good for that, the potassium in them.
You know what else?
It does help.
Pickle juice.
What did you say?
I was just saying, you know what else is really good for that? Pickle juice.
Oh, I hate that. That's disgusting. Are you serious? Is that really good for that?
It is, yeah. There's a lot of potassium in it.
Yeah, I heard that. Remember Tess Loves Yarn? She used to come on my 5 o'clock lives. Yeah.
Snow White, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember her because I was like, no, I'm Snow White.
Yeah. I remember that, and you do look like Snow White, Julie.
I do agree with that. So what about Tess?
Oh, she would drink pickle juice for that reason.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that watermelon's not good for diabetics.
Watermelon isn't. Bananas are not. Almost every fruit is not good for diabetics, especially oranges. But berries are. So blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, raspberries. Berries are good. Yeah, that's right. Just give me
There's your raspberries for the day.
Yeah.
Now, are cherries considered berries?
No, cherries are high in sugar. Cherries and grapes are also high in sugar.
Sad.
It's just they naturally. Now, granted, your body processes that sugar differently, but for diabetic, sugar is sugar.
Okay.
A carb is a carb.
Okay.
A carb is a carb is a carb is a carb.
Is a carb is a carb is a carb.
Yep.
Well, you guys, we are 36 minutes in. Shall we start?
Yeah, let's get this party started.
Let's get it started. It was so weird because we had that week where we missed last week, and I was like, I've got to do my slides. And I'm like, oh no, they're done.
Yeah. And then I messed everything up because I thought we were just pushing everything forward, and yeah. Anyway,
it's all good. No, we worked it out.
My brain.
So Mel, you've already made cables before.
I have, yes.
How about you, Ginger? Had you ever made cables before?
Oh yeah, I've made whole blankets of cables.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. So I was the only newbie to the cable thing. I was the only one who was new to making cables.
It's fun, isn't it?
It is. So, did you know that cable knit sweaters have only been around about 100 years?
Here.
Oh, did not know that.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I was reading some of these cards. I'm like, this is fascinating.
Yeah. So the style actually originated in the Aran Islands in Ireland, which are all kind of in the same area. And of course, we all know that it was the fishermen's wives who were making these sweaters for them. But Vogue magazine and Elizabeth Zimmerman, who's like the most famous knitter ever, they made cables really trendy in the 50s. So that made me want to look up Elizabeth Zimmerman. I'm like, who's Elizabeth Zimmerman? So she actually had a TV show that did tutorials on how to knit, like back in the 50s.
Wow.
She was doing what we do now, way back then. And you can actually find some of her videos on YouTube. So there's a little picture down there in the corner of Elizabeth Zimmerman. So if you like to knit or you're just interested in this kind of stuff, check that out because it's really, really cool.
That is really neat.
I agree. I love that.
Alice, what happened last week was my sister-in-law and brother-in-law surprised my husband and I, who share a birthday. They surprised us with taking us out for our birthday. And I just could not say no. That was so sweet of them. And most people in my family do not have any idea that I do all this YouTube stuff. They don't know. So she didn't know that I actually had some plans. So that's what happened last week.
Yeah, easy enough to move though, you guys. And I know all of y'all understand family first, right?
Yeah. And had Ginger or Melanie been hosting that night, they probably would have just done it without me. But because I was the one hosting, they couldn't, like, technically they couldn't. They don't have access to my computer. So, they wouldn't have been able to do it.
And we put a lot, whoever's hosting the show that week, there's a lot of work, a lot of prep work for it. So it's like you can't just redo everything.
Yeah, you can't just do it somewhere else. So
yeah, it's a matter of moving it to a different channel. And then anyway, so it was better just to cancel, and then we picked up where we left off.
Yeah. So I appreciate everybody's patience. Okay, so back to cables. So here's some pictures of some of these fishermen. The cables were perfect for adding warmth as well as decoration for the fishermen of Ireland and the Aran Islands. Now, I don't know if this is true or if this is just old wives' tales, but I have heard that each fisherman had a very specific pattern, and that was how they would be identified if they had drowned. But I don't know if that's true. I don't know that that's true. It's possible.
Yeah.
Or maybe it just happened to be like,
well, I can see that.
And so knew that was her husband because of the sweater. She knew she made it, but I don't know if it was specific to the pattern or not.
Well, yeah, sure. Because if we all lived in the same town and somebody washed up on shore, we would know by who made the sweater.
I'm just gonna put this out there. Are the towns so big way back then that we didn't know who people? Well, you know what though? If you drown,
maybe an entire boat.
Who you are?
Yeah.
So there is that, but.
And like I said, I don't know if that's true or if that's just old wives' tales, but I have heard that. Okay, so naturally crocheters use their creativity to adapt cables for their own projects, and we're so glad they did. So here are some different examples of some cables that I found and fell in love with. I love that hat, and that poncho is so cute.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, and the gray square, that is part of like a blanket where they did blocks. So there are links to each of these. So if you check out the slideshow, either on our Facebook group or on our website, these will be up tomorrow. You can go ahead and click on these and you will be taken right to the websites. Jess Making It says, that's supposedly true, Julie. Also, the cables provide extra warmth because there's more places to trap air. And Linda is saying, yes, that's true. So I'm not the only one who heard that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's a neat, that really cool history.
TKW Creation says, and I know I'm going to say your name wrong, and that's why I keep going with TKW. I'm so sorry. It says, thank you guys for all you do to host these live chats. You know, I'm going to tell you, in all honesty, it is my pleasure, and I'm sure it's theirs as well. We enjoy doing these chats.
We love it.
Sometimes it gets a little bit stressful pulling stuff together, but once we get in here and start chatting and learning, it's very enjoyable.
Yeah, we do enjoy it, and we have a lot of fun too. So tell your friends, come and join the party.
But thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
So I love this blanket. This is a free pattern from Crochet Dreams. Again, just click on the picture and it'll take you right to the website. But yeah, cable stitches are so cozy, and they are perfect for like a cuddly blanket. And I know that Ginger said that she has crocheted plenty of cable blankets.
Yes, I'm wondering.
I'm the only cable virgin.
Do you know if this is done in strips and then you put the strips together?
That's what it looks like,
doesn't it?
Yeah, like you do the short strip and you work your way up like a scarf. It doesn't matter how it's put together; it's freaking beautiful. But
it is. But I think you're right, because each strip looks the same.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Very good.
And this made me think of Ginger, because she's the only person I know who would do it, who would make these.
I thought this was Ginger's slide.
I
did.
I actually have a pair of crochet pants. They don't have cables on them, that I made in here somewhere.
Yeah, the only reason Ginger hasn't had these yet is because she didn't see them yet. So now that she sees them,
exactly, you know where to find the link.
Yes, it is available. Patterns available on Etsy for $4.99. I just thought they looked pretty cozy.
And they're so cute.
And that's
feeling adventurous.
The TCDDIY has a lot of stuff out there, because I have a couple things where I'm showing you their work as well. But so that if you really like cable work, they have a lot of different patterns with cable work.
Awesome.
And I'm sorry, I feel like I stopped the conversation.
You didn't stop it at all. Okay. I was looking at, I try to go back and forth between the chat and in each slide. So Lisa says, ladies, Sunday mornings wouldn't be the same for me if I didn't have you guys showing off and showing and teaching me new things, not showing off.
I blew you a kiss, Lisa, but you were covering my face.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No worries. Don't worry about it.
Cables are intimidating. Yeah.
I'm gonna hopefully help you with that, because it took me a long time to learn, and I couldn't from reading a pattern. But I have a link to a video that finally it clicked for me. I watched this video.
You know, there are so many different kinds of cables to make.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this.
Yeah. I didn't ever try making cables before either, because I was really, really intimidated. And so when I put a question out there during one of my card chats, I want to say it was, you guys are awesome. I ask a question. Does anybody have any idea who would be a good, person to go to learn how to do this or that or the other thing? And you guys, you viewers, you always know who. Mm-hmm. And so Bonnie Bay Crochet was one that came up. I want to say at least 15 comments said Bonnie Bay Crochet. Go to Bonnie Bay Crochet. She will show you everything. And she was good. I did like Bonnie Bay Crochet. But Gleeful Things has a cabled headband. And that was actually really helpful too. So those are two really great ones. And actually, I'll show you my cables, my first attempts.
Well, the Bonnie Bay, just so you know, she was in a edition or issue of Crochet World, and she was specifically interviewed about Irish crochet, which cable, of course, is very Irish. So at least that's where it started. Which you did the history of it, but so that Bonnie Bay is really well known for that particular style, even beyond just cabling, but the Irish crochet.
Yeah. Yeah. No worries. No worries, Ashley. You can always watch on the replay. No worries. We're happy to have you here though.
Oh,
Um, so I was just going to show you the two that I did. So I think this one was my Bonnie Bay crochet one, and this was like a cable braided
So
cable.
pretty.
I don't know if you can see it very well.
I think it's beautiful. It looks good to me.
Thanks.
Very beautiful.
And this was the one that I learned how to do with Gleeful Things, and it's like a twist.
I
Pretty.
love that. That is very similar to, and somebody else beat me to the punch as far as showing the messy bun hat, but that is a very similar cabling that they do on the messy bun hat.
Okay. So those were my links for tutorials, and I know Mel's got some too. So in the week that I did explore and experiment with cable crochets, there were some things that I did learn. One was stay away from busy yarn. Let the stitches do the talking, because
Right.
your cables will get lost in your colors. If you're using like a variegated yarn, you're not going to really see the cables very well because the colors distract the eye from it. You don't see it. So
You'll
it
see
gets
an
lost.
example. You'll see a bad example coming up whenever I show you my first project.
Also, use a good frogger yarn. Make sure your yarn frogs well, especially if you're new to it. It's true for any new technique. Whenever you're learning a new technique, this was definitely a new one for me. But yeah, you want a yarn that's going to frog well. You don't want to be ripping and destroying your yarn. Next is keep track of your skipped stitches, because you do skip stitches and then go back to those stitches. So you're going to want to be able to look behind your work, count the stitches behind the post stitches so you don't miss any, because most of it is done with post stitches. So, and that's the last tip that I have, is practice your post stitches. If you're going to make a lot of post stitches, it's pretty easy. But it's a good thing to learn before getting started. So if you've never done any kind of front post or back post crochet, practice that first. They're not hard. They're really, really easy.
The star blanket that I keep making has a whole row of back post stitches.
Okay.
Cool.
You know,
I
so
did I have a video on a dishcloth or a washcloth that uses all front and back post double crochets too. So those are really easy to practice with.
oh yes.
Those are great tips.
And I agree, they're amazing tips. But post stitches are also really good to make washcloth slips with. So if you do practice it, do it in cotton, and then you keep it as a washcloth because you get that texture.
Yeah. Yep. And my last slide is an as seen on TV. So my husband and my son and I, for a few months now, every single night we have watched at least one episode of Batman from 1966 through 1968, I want to say. And I found crochet on a random character. But look at this shawl this lady's wearing. It looks like a bobble stitch. And I wrote cardigan on there, but I think it's a shawl. Doesn't that look like a bobble stitch? Like great
I
big
love that.
It's a massive bobble stitch too.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah.
So cute.
Very.
So, yes, they were looking for the dynamic duo, these two.
That's awesome. I need to show you something really quick that I saw.
Oh, okay. Let me make you big.
Okay. So I went out shopping. I had to get my daughter a couple things. I'll wait until you make me big. I had to get my daughter a couple things because she's going to a state competition next week, so I needed to get her some things for that. But we went into I forget Burke Bar something. Anyways, the department store that we have here in our little town, and look what they're selling. Yep. That.
Oh,
And then that.
summer stuff. And is it crochet?
It's crochet. I mean, it's machine crochet, but it's definitely. I looked at it. It's definitely crochet. It's not knit.
Huge.
But yeah,
Wow.
wow, that's wow. I can make that, but not for this cheap.
Yeah, right? How much did it cost?
I honestly didn't check the thing, but I would imagine that they were probably in the, oh, here, I see the tag on the top. $10 for that little top. The flower top was $10. So I imagine the outfit would probably be some, oh, here we go, $16.99 for this set. That's how much.
Nice.
There's no freaking way.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, summertime is coming, right?
It is. I know. I saw the bathing
Right.
suits at Target today. All right. I don't know whose slide this is, but I'm going to be quiet now.
That's mine, right?
I think so, because it's not mine.
Okay, this is the
Which
Celtic
is?
weave stitch. And I'm assuming this is an Irish stitch, right? Since it says
Looks
Celtic.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet that's a yarn eater. Whew.
Yeah, this
Mhm.
is a free pattern. All you need to do is click the link. And I used some just the Premier yarn that you can get at Dollar Tree, I guess now for $1.25, the Just yarn.
Mm-hmm.
And I made a swatch.
Oh, look at that. Wait, let me make you big.
Okay.
Because that is so cute. I can't not make you big on that.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, this was really fun to make. Once I got into the swing of it,
Mm-hmm.
the hardest part was the edges, getting the edges figured out. And that's what previously I've always had a problem with, is making sure the edges are even.
Yeah.
But once you get that down and figured out, it is so easy to just keep going. And Julie, I'm glad that we saw the cable blanket that you showed with the strips.
The strips, yeah.
Because I'm thinking I want to make a bunch of strips
That'd be so
and
cool.
sew this together.
Or you could even like do a different variation in between them, you know, like
different
a different
cables. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That can be a freaking calendar blanket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like each month. That's our project for next year.
Yes.
I will say this, someone, I think it was Mel actually said that looks like a yarn eater. I will say that's true of all cables. I think they're all yarn eaters.
Okay, to let you know, this is a whole 150 yards of the Just yarn, and it made this much. So if that's any measure of, and this is how big it is compared to my, head.
So 3 of those would only be like a skein like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely a yarn eater.
Yarn eater, but oh my gosh, it is thick. I can definitely see how this would make a sweater and be so warm.
Oh yeah.
And
can you imagine it in wool, which is how the fisherman sweaters were?
Right.
Yeah, fisherman's wool.
And isn't it cool, because it just looks like, you've taken yarn and woven it, but it's not. You haven't taken yarn and woven it.
Yeah. That's amazing. Good job, Ginger.
Yeah, you would definitely either want to use you wouldn't want to use any kind of variegated yarn on this, because it would end up, you wouldn't be able to see the weave at all. Definitely a solid color or a tweed.
Yes, I think a tweed would look amazing.
Or, you could get by with a super busy color as long as the strips are not variegated, if that makes sense. As long as the things of color aren't very long.
Okay, my strip's going to be this one.
There you go.
That one looks really hard. Was it difficult, would you say, Jen?
Nope. And I just
Ginger doesn't think anything's difficult. So
no, this is the first time I had ever made this particular stitch. And I want to make a ton of things with it now. So if that gives it.
Did you guys ever see Toad's Big Adventure? I think is what it's called.
No.
That from Disney, the Disney character Toad. And he always goes up. He always gets like super excited about anything, like anything new. Like 1 minute's an airplane, 1 minute's a car, 1 minute's this or that, and he just like goes full blast crazy on it, and his eyes swirl around. That's Ginger when she.
Toad.
From Toad from Toad Hall, and his eyes get swirly, and he gets so excited. And that's when Ginger finds a new technique. That's how she gets. Like, do you remember last year the mosaic craze?
Yep.
And then she went through her Tunisian craze.
Yep.
But I'm the same way because I'm getting ready to start a graph can craze, and I'm like, oh, I could do this in a graph can, and I could do that in a graph can. I was getting all excited, and I haven't gotten started yet. So,
well, it is. It's like so exciting.
It is. I love it. I love it.
I love it. Okay. Oh, so these. Okay, so this is the braided cable beanie, and I used, once again, I just used one skein of the Premier Just Yarn. So it didn't make the whole thing. It made this much.
Okay.
Of the beanie. And I didn't make it just.
That's amazing.
I didn't make it just like this. Like the thing, I didn't put the ribs in between the braids. Mine is just braids.
Yeah.
But I figure, if I want to finish it off, it could be just an ear warmer. Could you get in close on this?
Yeah, let me make you so low here. Hold on.
Okay.
I keep like enlarging you on my screen, and then I forget I'm in charge. There you go.
Yeah, so I think I might make this an ear warmer and just finish off the top.
Yeah, do the rib at the top. Yeah.
Yeah. But isn't that cool?
It is really cool.
And yeah, I like to have these bigger than have the strips in between.
Yeah.
I thought it just showed off the braid better.
Yeah. So Jess wants to know what size hook you used. I think on the first one,
I used a size J, 6 millimeter on both.
Okay.
With just a 4-weight yarn.
Yeah. So Jess says, I've decided that most blankets that I make will be strips, squares, or modular in some way. It's not only more portable, but I found it to be much easier on the hand page situation. Yeah. That's awesome. If you can find something that helps that's great.
Yeah. I love the idea of doing strips.
Yeah. I do too.
Lori, that's right. It would be a great stash buster.
Oh yeah. You're absolutely right on that one. So hashtag stash busting.
Yeah.
You.
I'm just going through the chats real quick.
I winked and y'all can't see me right now. I'm like,
oh, I'm sorry. Let me put that back on here.
That's okay.
I'm not even looking at that. I'm over here looking at the chat. Yeah. I don't ever want people to not feel like we're not watching, but it's hard to keep up.
To continue, we have to continually move forward, so we can't keep up with all the comments. But I think people understand that.
Yeah. Yeah. Lori, I believe I'm doing a corner to corner for the Grafcan, but when Melanie and I were discussing how big it was going to be, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a mini Grafcan or a mini corner to corner, which is you're using half double crochets instead of double crochets. But I don't know, we'll see.
You could always do just single crochets and do the across, back and forth across.
No, I want to do the corner to corner though. I like doing corner to corner.
Yeah. I Jess, these cables are so squishy.
Oh my gosh, super squishy. Oh, yeah. AJ, no, you haven't missed it all. I'm sorry. I have missed you all. It's been way too long. I know we missed last week.
Yeah, well, it hasn't been as active lately, just for various reasons. But it's wonderful to see you here. I appreciate having you here.
And I did want to tell you, this is a free pattern. Just click on the picture and you can get that pattern.
For the braided cable beanie?
Yeah.
Very good.
So this one, I want to say real quick before you do it, This is my first cabling project that I ever did. So it's going to be repeated down below.
I was gonna say I saw this picture already when I was looking through.
Yeah, it's this is one that but yeah, so that's why it's repeated, because I wanted to show you guys the first project that I did.
I see. I love the little bow. That's really cute.
I know. I thought that bow was so cute.
So Mel, you've actually made this?
Yes, I have.
What
Are
did
you going to show us?
pattern?
I don't have it anymore. It's been lost in a move, but I have a picture. So that picture's down below.
Yeah, but what did you think about when you made it? Was it easy to follow, or?
Well, I had some difficulty following, and I'll talk about this a little bit. I actually have a link to how I finally figured it out, because I was trying to figure it out from a written pattern, and I had never done it before. This is when I did this, it was before YouTube got really, really big, but Mikey was around. So
okay.
So I'd say it's probably about 5 years ago, maybe 6.
Okay.
And I finally had to go and find somebody who did cabling on YouTube.
Yeah.
Figure out, because I couldn't figure out how to put my hand.
Yeah.
I finally figured it out. So, but that's down below. The link to what helped me just finally figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that if you have a tutorial to look off of when you're first learning to make cables, it would help so much. So I'm
absolutely.
super glad you put that link.
So Jess says a cabled strip in a solid alternating with a variegated or busy yarn stripe without cables would be great. Solid with cables to do a breakup with a solid color boredom, and busy yarn to take a cable break.
There you go.
Yeah.
That sounds like a plan.
Love it.
Okay, so this one. Now, I didn't get a chance to make this, which I'm really bummed out about, because I really wanted to try this. But for those of you people who love Tunisian crochet, here is also a Tunisian cable pattern.
Wow. I am trying to picture how that would work.
You kind of use 2 hooks to do it.
Okay.
Also, if you go watch with Alex, she also has a YouTube channel with a free tutorial.
Okay.
On this twisted Tunisian cable scarf.
Okay.
So you can click and get the free pattern. I don't know if I'm hoping I put the YouTube link on here. If not, I'll go back and do it.
Yeah. So I'm looking at this, trying to look at it kind of closely, and it almost looks very knit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like the stitches definitely look like a knit stitch.
Yeah, she uses the knit stitch a lot in her Tunisian crochet.
That's my favorite. I keep waiting for Jada to get to that one. We're on month 3 and we're still not there.
Oh, and I still haven't made my first 2.
I still haven't finished my first one. And
I started
like the second one. Oh.
Yeah, I started my 3rd one today. The 3rd month is the purl stitch, which is kind of nice because it doesn't curl. No curl with the purl. When I purl, when this girl purls, no curl.
No curl.
So that was not a Jada. That was it me.
Oh no, we all love Jada.
Yes. Okay, so here's the Lolita cables. And for those of you who love the look of the knit stitch, but don't like Tunisian crochet, here's another free pattern.
Yeah, I was going to say that looks very knit-like too.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty. So is that, what do they call that? Wainscot or wainscot? Is that what it uses, do you think?
I don't know. I'll have to go back. I didn't take a look at the pattern to see what I got it off of Instagram.
It's so pretty. It looks very squishy.
Yeah, it does really look very squishy, but it's not Tunisian, and I thought it's really pretty. So
I love that.
And I found this book on Amazon. It's 50 crochet cable stitches. And I thought that is has every kind of cable stitch ever in it.
I love that. And I may have to get that book because I I like the stitch. Some of my favorite books are the ones that study. It's like stitch study books, you know.
Yeah, yeah, and I've seen things where it shows, going through it and looking at. But I want to get this book so bad. I figured out where to put my hand. Why does this sentence hit different? Oh.
Oh my gosh, because you're so dirty, Alice.
I was like, I have to leave it up there till they see it because that is just too funny.
That's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
So AJ says,
funny ones here in a little bit.
AJ says, I'm going to do Jada's blanket too, but I've not started either.
Yeah, what I'll probably do is end up starting it December 1st.
Yeah, and then she'll obsess with it and have it done before we get done.
Lori, yes, I think you're right. Waistcoat stitch. I knew it was something like that.
Yeah, that's what. That's just the single crochet when you go through the center.
Angela, yeah, I've got the first 2 Jada blocks done too. I'm on the 3rd one, and I've got to like hurry through it because I'm so excited to start my next project. I'm afraid if I don't finish it and I start the other one, then I'll fall off the wagon.
Right, because you'll get so obsessed with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just looked up that book and it's a Kindle Unlimited book. If you have that, it's free.
Nice. Okay, that's awesome.
That is great to know.
Little ones, stop getting into things. I have to mute myself.
There's our Mel.
Ooh.
Mel has to mute herself while she yells at her cat.
Oh.
Or her kid. I'm not sure which. But the eyebrows are up. It's the kid. The kid's getting it.
I'm sorry. There's a box that he's messing with, and it's and I'm having her move it. Anyway, sorry, you guys. Of course, I had to do that right when it came onto mine.
We love it because it's just like we're real, man. We are real.
We are so real. Exactly. We're as real as it gets.
Speaking of cats, I just got a traveling so I can put pills in my purse. But look at this little pill box that I got. It's got little kitty cats on it.
Oh, that's so cute.
Cute. Anyway, I digress.
That's cute.
I love it.
So the pattern that I'm showing there with the Red Heart soft yarn, which by the way, I love the texture of that yarn for that hat.
Oh, I love the Red Heart soft.
Yeah.
But that is a bad example of showing off some cables because it is a very busy yarn. It's a beautiful yarn. It is very busy, so it doesn't show off the cables well.
Mm-hmm.
And but I did complete the hat. I just have lost it at this point. I need to do it again. But I did, as I mentioned before, I struggled with where to put my hands, Alice. I struggled with that. So I got to watch Mikey.
That's what he said.
Crochet Crowd, and this is.
I watched. Mikey knew how to do it.
Mikey knew where to put his hands, and I just did what he did.
Exactly. We all learn from example. Yes. But that's the link to the tutorial that I watched that really helped me understand how to cable.
Yeah.
And whereas that he's doing 3, he does a cabling. You do it in sets. Like if you cable, you do 1 to 1 or 2 to 2, and in the way that you do things, you like skip over some stitches and then go backwards. So he did. You skip 3, you do 3, you go backwards 3, and I think the hat is a 2. And then you have a braid stitch going up in between each little cable.
Yeah.
So like 2 braid stitches. I call them braid stitches. I don't know what they're called, but they're anyway.
Yeah.
We know what you mean.
Yes, exactly.
But it is like, it was unfortunate, Mel, that you had a bad experience with that busy yarn, but look at all the people who are learning from it now. It's like, oh yeah, you really cannot see the cables very well. And it was kind of like all that hard work that you put into learning how to do those cables.
I didn't show off what I did not well. I do have another picture. It's at the bottom of my Instagram, like when I first started doing specific crochet hook to the left Instagram.
Yeah.
Towards the bottom of it. And I have the next picture I posted is a more close up so you can see it a little bit, but you can see the ribbing great. It's beautiful. But that the cabling you just can't see it. So but that's okay. You live and you learn. And
Yeah.
I did enjoy using the yarn. So Red Heart soft yarn is lovely to use. And while it was what was I going to say? It frogs well.
It does.
It frogs really well. So, and it feels good on your head. So there's that. Yeah. Just if I can't recall if they sell Red Heart soft and solid colors. I think that they do. So
they do. Yeah. I did a couple of, I did an Afghan for my son with the Red Heart soft, and my husband liked it so much he wanted one just like it. So then I ended up making another blanket exactly the same.
Wow.
Yes. So they both have it, but it was Red Heart soft, and that is really soft. It's really nice to work with.
So much. Why they make their Red Heart Super Savers, so that you spend more money on the smaller skein of the soft.
Yeah.
Because it feels so amazing.
It really does. It does.
But I put these up here now. This time, a lot of times I'll do like Pinterest, where it goes to a blog or something like that. But I specifically focused on YouTube this time because I really
nice.
You're learning something like this. The visual of watching somebody else do it
absolutely
makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
So, these two, the kind of maroon or wine colored one, that one is Sorella. So and then the other one is MJ's Off the Hook, the gray one.
Okay.
Excellent teacher. So while Mikey was the one that helped me really visualize and understand what I was doing,
right?
You may need somebody else because everybody learns differently. So
it does. Yeah. Like Bonnie Bay Crochet, everybody loved hers. And I was kind of like, well, it's okay, but I really like this other lady's.
Exactly.
You know, it's just whatever speaks to you, you know,
right.
whatever makes sense to you. And that's, you know, the beauty of YouTube is there's so many. There's so many.
Yeah, without a doubt.
All right. Let's see what's going on in our chat here. Lori says she's skipping Jada's blanket this year. I don't have the capacity for Tunisian in my brain.
I hear ya.
She's just starting a new job, so she's looking for more mindless stuff. But she also says working in front and behind goes along with where to put your hand. Oh, you hookers, I tell you.
Yes, wait till you get to my funnies.
Yay, you hookers.
Okay, so and then I wanted to show you, these are going to be, I'm going to tell you if you are a beginner crocheter, do not attempt these next few things that I'm showing you. You know what? I take that back. Attempt whatever you want to attempt. But I don't want you to get frustrated. Like Julie said, if you practice your front and back stitches, go with that and then attempt some of these bigger things.
Yeah.
Like this. But anytime you think of cabling, you think of sweaters.
Right.
That's how it started. So I went and I found a couple of sweaters. That first one, she does not, she explains in the comments how to upsize it, but it's created for a small woman. But the design is made to be unisex. So you just, they do have a little help. It's just not, you have to do a lot of the figuring yourself. Let's put it. Whereas the one next to it, the
Adriella Bay, I love her. She's a hoot.
And she was modeling it. I love the way she talks too.
She's so sassy. Oh my gosh. I made one of her sweaters before, and honest to God, I laughed every time because I would watch the introduction just because it was so funny every time.
Exactly. And I just
like pop, bam. Wow, she's so funny.
So
I love Adriella Bay. So
it says chunky oversized sweater. So it's not chunky weight yarn. It's just a chunky oversized sweater. Just so you know, it's whenever I was listening to it while I was putting together the slide, and she does use a full weight yarn.
Yeah.
So just FYI, but and she does put it in there, like you do this many stitches to start, and for this size, and if you want this size, do this, and it's on the screen as you go.
Right.
Oh, nice.
It's a lot more user friendly in that respect.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I thought that was fun to show off. And the one, the
TCD DIY.
That one, she's got so many other sweaters that, and there's another one, Crochet by Brianna Kay. There's a beautiful one where the cabling is just up here and it's kind of off shoulder. Because the cabling up here was beautiful. But I ended up choosing these two, one because of the unisex, but that TCDDIY has a lot of cabling projects, a lot.
Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, I've seen a couple of her videos, and she does really good tutorials.
Yes, she does, but just not. She didn't size up well. That's the only thing that she.
Right.
That's the only thing.
Yeah. Jess says, I really like front and back post stitches. If it helps anyone struggling with them, I kind of pinch the row and make the stitch I'm working into either pop up or go back so I can easily slide around it. I find that after the first row, though, it really kind of just pops naturally.
Like depending on where you place your hook.
Yeah.
Like right now,
Alice is glad she's not the only one with this sense of humor.
You are not, Alice. There are so many of us.
We've got more people coming in. Proverbs and Shia.
And also, Alice, you got to know that we were tongue in cheek when we chose the name Yarn Hookers.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we were not serious.
And here we go. Just like I was saying earlier, as soon as I said cables in my video for suggestions, Bonnie Bay.
Yeah.
Everybody said Bonnie Bay. It was like a bag a day moment, you know.
It was Bonnie Bay instead of bag o' day.
It was Bonnie Bay. Yeah. So
bag o' day. She does have a cabled sweater out there, but she was using a busy yarn, so I didn't pick hers because you couldn't see cabling really well on her thumbnail. So just FYI.
So that makes you almost kind of want to do it to see what it looks like with a plain yarn. Yeah.
When you do all that work, you want to be able to
show it off.
See it. Yeah.
Show it off.
And then of course there's the cozy cabled afghans. One is a Bonnie Bay crochet. That's the Celtic cable throw.
Yep.
And then the other one, and he has a couple of them out there, but I like this because it did a little bit more of kind of the lattice cabling. But the cable work Afghan. And one thing I don't think he does this anymore, but Mikey used to do on the Crochet Crowd is he would, on his thumbnails, tell you what level it is.
Oh, yeah, I see that it says intermediate on there.
Yeah, he used to do that. I don't think it's done anymore, but still, these are both, they're both beautiful. And as you can see, they used solid color yarn. They didn't go with any crazy colors.
Yeah, there's no whippy chick in these.
That's right.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
Sometimes we don't need whippy chick.
We always need whippy chick. Of course.
Lori says, now you all know why Reggie puts me in the corner on Yarniversity all the time. Proverbs says, Bag o' Day gifted me her sweater she made with the cables when I went to her retreat.
That's awesome.
Wow. That is super exciting.
I did not know Bag o' Day had a retreat.
We were informed.
I am.
4 years ago?
You know, you know what? The reason why was because I was not really doing YouTube at that time. And I did not, Bag o' Day was not one that I watched, that it got recommended to me. I was a Jada Institute, as a Crochet Crowd, that kind of stuff.
Me too. And it was back before I watched. I only put it on if I wanted to learn how to do something specific.
Yeah.
And then I just scrolled till I found one. And then eventually, like Jada, I started just watching her. And I don't know how I came across Ophelia Talks, but I got hooked on hers too. It was just
See, I went to
just nice to listen to someone talk about things I liked.
I went from Jade and Stitches. Instead of going to Ophelia Talks, I found Secret Yarnery.
Yeah.
She
So sweet.
She is who really got me to want to do crochet videos.
South Africa? No, Kenya specifically?
Yeah, I really, really, really like her.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so here's my yarn funnies that I've been teasing you guys with. So the one for Ginger and I don't know if I teased y'all with this. I teased Ginger.
I love this.
It says, Dear Yarn Shop, please don't ask me what I'll be making with this yarn. I have run out of lies and will be forced to admit that I am just feeding the stash.
I love that.
Yeah. Because and it's funny, it's my local yarn shop is the only one that asks. You don't get that at Joann's, you don't get it at Michael's, but you walk into your local yarn shop and you buy a couple of skeins and they're like, oh, what are you making with this? Hat and scarf.
Yeah.
No, leave me alone.
They ask you because they want to say you're not going to have enough. Let's get some more.
Yeah. That's
I don't know. I just need it.
You know who asks you in Joann's and Michael's? Other customers.
Yes, that's true. Yes.
That when a lady asked me today what I was making with mine, and I had to get my phone out. I'm like, oh, I'm making this. And she's like, wow, you are. And I'm like, yeah, what are you making? And she's like, oh, I just got a knitting machine. So I'm making a bunch of hats. And I was like she was buying Karen 1 pound of loves.
Oh,
they were on sale for like $6. So she had a bunch of those, and I was like, dang, she's making a lot of hats.
Well, maybe she's donating them. You never know, right?
Yeah.
She has a big family.
Maybe. Hey, I have no problem with that. We were having a delightful time standing there in Joann's.
The other funny is meant for our audience.
Okay.
Being a crocheter means openly talking about hooking, fingering, and your stash without batting an eye, while bystanders wonder if they should call the police.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
That was so I guess I'm in my. This happens to me when I'm.
Alice says, feeding the stash. I used to have an awful woman at my local yarn store that would always ask this, but she was totally rude about it. Oh, no need for rudeness.
Oh, it's all fun. Love.
Jess says, my local yarn shop is my mom, who asks also big box clerks. I just tell them the truth. I tell them I'm making fuller totes.
Yes, exactly. I'm filling out my tote. Thank you very much.
Somewhere right now, there's a person who works at this store going, I don't know what that means. And they're looking up patterns for fuller totes. What are fuller totes?
Yeah.
That's somebody who's working in the yarn section that doesn't understand yarn.
Right. Right.
Add it to the hoard.
Add it to the hoard.
Stuff up. Ro, little one might need to go in jail for a little bit. My curious kitty.
Jail.
So this is our last slide. So join us next week on March 12th, I think, right?
It's not crochet bags.
Oh, we changed that. That's right.
Yeah.
We're all behind. Never mind. It's not crochet bags. It's St. Patrick's Day, right?
Yep, we're going to do St. Patrick's Day. We'll do bags the following week.
The following week. We're swapping them.
Yeah.
So, but we are at my house.
Yep, we're going to be at Mel's. BYOB.
That's right. That's right. Because
bring your own buddies. Bring your own buddies.
Bring your own bag. Yarn bag.
Bring your own bag of yarn.
That's right.
And as always, we put up our credits. And this slideshow was a Slides Mania show. So they are free and we love them.
Yes, they are awesome.
You ever need some slide themes, go to Slides Mania.
Yeah. Yep. Crochet Done My Way with Wanda says, I've had cashiers all at craft stores and Walmart ask me what I was making. Yeah, I've had them at Walmart ask.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't.
Yeah.
In a Dollar Tree.
Sleep over at me.
At Mel? I think it's Mel. Sleep
Sleep
over.
over.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking it was an exclamation point. I don't see very well, you guys. If you didn't already know, my vision's not so
You
great.
should show them your new readers.
I do have new readers. I do. I went to the Family Dollar store. Not the Family Dollar store. I went to Dollar Tree and I got some new reading glasses.
Love those. I love the pink.
So if you like that one, yeah, really might like that one.
I think that one's my favorite.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is a toothpaste green.
My favorite.
Really kind of I don't know how to describe it.
Swanky.
You know what those glasses make me think of?
No.
Penelope Garcia. And if
Oh.
anybody knows that name, you get Brenda.
Is Penelope Garcia the one from that murder show?
Yeah.
Do you know the murder show?
I don't know what it's called.
Criminal Minds.
Unless, yeah,
Criminal Minds, yeah.
Criminal Minds. She was
And you know, the only reason I know that show is because my nephew used to chat online with the guy who is really smart, wore the glasses.
Oh, yeah, Spencer Reed. But
Okay, yeah. I don't know. They used to chat.
Goobler is his real name.
Yeah, I liked him. But yeah, so that's the only reason I was like, oh, I want to check out this show. And then I thought, this show is giving bad guys bad ideas.
I love the show so much. You have no idea. And they've talked about bringing it back just to CB, like to Paramount Plus. And I'm like, please do. Please, I'm down. I'm so down for that. So even if it's just like 6 episodes every year,
Yeah.
give me the 6 episodes. I love that show.
That's how I always feel about murder shows. I'm always like, oh, these shows are giving bad people bad ideas.
See, you know what?
They might not have thought to do that, but now they're going to do that because they watched this show.
Well, yeah, but they already had the bad ideas. They don't need a show to tell them the bad ideas. But Jen knew the name of the show.
I didn't know the name of the show, but I knew who the character was because I love her. I think she's great.
I do.
She's the one who works in the computer all the time, right?
Yep, and she brings the happy. She brings the
yes,
joy.
I like her.
Angela, where are you going to be?
At work. It sounds like we're going to have a meetup, Angela.
I'm so excited.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Can she direct message you?
Yes.
Can she DM you?
Can you DM me on Instagram, Angela? Or on Facebook? Message me or DM me on Instagram or Facebook.
Oh, just making it says the new game last week was, will he notice it? I've said, I'm trying not to buy as much yarn, but I have bought more. So there's the game. Will hubby notice the new edition?
There you go. That's hilarious.
See, I don't have that much yarn, so my husband definitely would notice. But he also knows that I only buy what I need. So
yeah, and you were very, very good about that. I am.
And I got a paycheck from YouTube last week, so I'm like, I can buy yarn if I want to.
That's right. That's right.
That is awesome.
Will you guys
will you guys be doing a Ukrainian humanitarian fundraiser? I don't have any plans to because I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I haven't thought of.
I wouldn't know where to begin. And as much as I would love to,
yeah,
I think I would rather point people to fundraisers.
Yeah, and contribute.
Yeah, doing it better than I could with my lack of knowledge. Amby's got an idea for y'all. What's that your idea?
So cute. That's your idea? No, I'm just kidding.
It's so cute.
Which I
know. This is Penelope.
I know.
I told the local yarn shop lady, I'm making a beautiful arrangement of colors to soothe my soul.
There you go.
And I don't have any guilt. Oh, everybody's saying Criminal Minds. And you know who else says Criminal Minds? My sister, who veggies on murder shows.
Nice.
After stressful days, she's like, I just want to go home and watch a good murder show. And my
Yeah.
boss is the same way. I'm like, you are very nonviolent people. What is with the murder show?
I love murder shows, and I think me and your sister would get along fabulously.
You would. Plus, you both have that weird thing where sounds make you crazy.
Yes.
No.
Jen, I hope you don't mind me telling people this, but last week my sister kept sending me messages about what's worse, what's a worse sound, people shuffling in slippers or people's clicky shoes.
Oh,
Oh.
Let's just say her birthday's coming up in a week, and I know what I'm getting her. And it's not clicky shoes.
Oh, clicky shoes. Are you getting those go-go boots that you saw?
No, but she'd love them.
I bet she would. I bet she would. No,
While we're on the topic of murder,
oh, well, okay. Let's not get off that topic.
no, I wanted to tell you guys, I had the crime and crochet podcast person reach out to me a couple of weeks ago and see if I wanted to have one of my crime and crochet, have one of my patterns featured because she does a pattern every week. And so I did that, and I thought it was a YouTube channel, but it's not. It's a podcast on like all the different podcast channels. Yeah. So it's Crime and Crochet. If anybody wants to go check that out, you can.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, you can get my man cow pattern for free.
That's awesome. I love that.
But she every single week she does a new free pattern from a designer.
Okay, first of all, Lori, I have to say that makes me even more frightened.
Yeah.
And Jen, that you know that makes me really scared.
What?
Well, it was funny because I was watching what is the name? Evil Lives Here, which I think was an investigation channel. Show. It's called Evil Lives Here, and it was talking about all the different things that, like, the people, because you don't understand, there's the victims of these people who do the murders, but then also victims are their families of the murder.
Right.
Because half the time they don't know. So you're watching, and sometimes they're the ones that are being victimized. So, but yeah, I could tell when I was watching, I'm like, oh, I kind of recognize that story with a little bit of change.
Yeah.
So yeah. Which, by the way, that's a great show. Evil Lives Here. Great show.
Okay. Ginger, she doesn't have Instagram. She tried to message you on Facebook yesterday, but she didn't know if it was the right one.
I just got the one that you just sent me.
And AJ says, well, on this topic, Ginger, I'm still waiting for a reply from you for my DM on Instagram. If you can look it up sometime, or I can resend it. I sent it months ago.
I'm so sorry. Guys, sometimes I get really behind on those.
Yeah, no,
you guys, trust me. There's sometimes when we're like all caps, Ginger.
Yeah. The only one that I keep up with, Ginger, is the one that's 3, and even then, you guys know, sometimes I'll go 24 hours.
Right. Same.
Yeah.
No, I am just as bad, and I have one friend, Lisa. She sends me reels and stuff all the time. It's cats and funny stuff, and I go through and I do this massive catch up with her.
Yeah.
I know. I feel bad too, because I don't want anybody feeling like I am ignoring them or anything like that. It's just that I literally, some days I get
you
a
need
lot.
To connect.
Yeah.
It's too much coming at you, so you
cut
it all off.
Sorry. Jess says, by the way, he was sleeping when it arrived. It went upstairs and got put in the stash while he was away, but in plain view. He hasn't noticed it yet, or at least he hasn't said anything yet. Well, how much was it? Because if it was only a couple of skeins, he probably won't notice. But if it was like a whole box, that's different. Maybe he noticed. I don't know.
Yeah, nobody
knows.
knows.
It all depends on how attentive he is. Because
right.
If he doesn't care about your yard, care enough to look at your yarn stash, he just cares about the receipts, then he may never notice.
Yeah. Okay, ladies, gotta go now. Good night, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Go to the shops. Go to the yarn shops.
So Amy said,
sorry, go ahead.
I was just looking at Amby says, my idea is for y'all to have all of us in the chat send in where we are from, and y'all somehow put it in a slideshow. Maybe it would be topic one week, something to do with where the watchers are, and possibly like where people are from, and maybe what the watchers make the most. That's interesting. I have to figure out how to do that. That would take.
That's a lot of ideas. I'm reading Jess's comment here. Continual sniffing without actual nose blowing happening.
Oh my God, that was in my first video.
Oh,
yeah, if you don't want to hear that, don't watch Ginger's first video. She's
it's some of Ginger's lives. I had to go away from the live because it was just something. And you guys, I realize it's me. It's my problem. It's not their problem. It's my problem. And I get the sniffles sometimes too. But my husband was the worst about that. Or you can hear the breathing in and out of the nose. And I'm like, you need to go in the bathroom and do something. Shove some saline up there and then blow it. You need to get some toilet paper and pick at something because it's driving me crazy.
I hate nose whistles. They're the worst. And it's always my own. Like I'm trying to go to sleep and my nose is whistling. I'm like, stop.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Lori says, worst sound, someone smacking while eating. This is my sister's biggest thing. And always has been. I can remember it when she was a kid. She hates that.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I don't know if I've told this story before. So I was I was visiting with my mother-in-law and my stepfather-in-law. And my father-in-law is one of those people that eats and you can hear it. So he is in the middle of eating like something like chips or something. So that's even more loud. And he's right in front of me. And as he's talking to me, I step back and he steps forward. Oh God. I step back and he said, I'm like, oh my God, you don't understand what it's taking for me not to punch you in the face right now. I think I've told this story before, but
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a struggle. The struggle was real because he's basically my father-in-law.
Yeah.
So I couldn't be like, I'm going to kill you right now. You need to get away from me.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my story.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just reading through the chat.
Yeah.
Ed says, the Yarn Fairy says hello and good night. She's been listening in.
Hi, Yarn Fairy.
Has been too tired to work. She went back to work on Thursday. Okay.
Oh, and that's exhausting after being sick.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I just thought of having what Amby was saying? Of doing the episode for Yarn Hookers?
Yeah, that would be great.
We can have Amby as a special guest.
Sure.
And if you want to, Amby, you could put that whole thing together, and that would be great.
That's a great idea.
It would be great for your channel.
And she can mention the makers, this project that she has coming in May, which I need to get on that, Amby. I know I do. I need to get on that and commit to something with you. But so she has this like big, she wants to get other people to participate in it. But it's something in May. I know she'll put it out there. I'm gonna take a look here.
My brother used to eat with his mouth open. Oh my God, we used to get in fights over it. Close your mouth or I'm going to knock you off your chair. LOL, we were teenagers.
Yeah, and you can only say stuff like that to family, right?
Right.
Yeah. Jen says, has COVID slowed down the in your face talkers? It did for one of our friends. Oh. So what she's talking about are people who are like kind of close talkers who get like right up in your face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Smell their breath? No.
You could just tell them, I got the Rona. You best back up.
I got the Rona.
Yeah, there you go. Hashtag make it in May. That's what Amby is doing. Yes, hashtag make it in May. Yes, I think that's a great idea. If you pull together some stuff like that, that would be amazing. And you can submit a poll, I think, through our Facebook group if you want. And then we can talk about making in May. I think that would be amazing if we could get that on the schedule, especially maybe next month. I think that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it, Ambi.
Let's do it.
You know what I say to that?
What?
Mel's in charge.
That's right. That's right.
I used to have a boss who, if you came up with what you thought was a really great idea, she would probably agree with you that it was a great idea. And then she'd say,
it started
"You're
with
going to be in charge of that," and then you'd be like, "Oh,
No, that's why I suggested that Ambi get all that together.
Yeah.
So and then her be a special guest.
Oh,
yeah."
She says, "I have no idea how to do that."
There you can just get that info. Yeah, you can do a poll and everything. That would be awesome. You know what, Ambi? Even if you don't get all that information together, it would be amazing if you pulled together what you wanted to say about making it #MakeItAMay, and we can bring you on. If
you can promote it
episode for part of the episode, either the beginning or the end.
Yeah,
during our chat time.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, she can promote it.
Yes. I would love to do that in April. So you just shoot me an email. Why don't we do it when we're on one of my my weeks?
Yeah.
And we'll make it happen. I'll let what are my weeks? Hang on.
I'd have to look at the thing.
I don't know. Everything has shifted.
You can just shoot her a message of pick a week, you know.
And even if one of my weeks doesn't work, you can go. It doesn't have to be one of my weeks, to be honest with you. But in April, I'm on the 2nd and the 23rd. Ginger's the 9th, and Julie is on the 16th.
Look at that. See, we're very organized, hookers.
We are behind the scenes. We are.
Right.
It might look like a mess, but we try our best to be on it.
We are. I think we're pretty organized.
Ginger's like, it's all them. It's all them.
She's right.
I am trying, though. I am trying.
You try, but you know what? You bring the spontaneity and the enthusiasm. Not saying that we aren't enthusiastic, but Ginger takes it to a whole nother level. So
I'm the frog.
What did you say? Oh, the toad.
I'm the toad.
One of these days, I'll have to send you a link because we watch Toad every year. It's on our DVD that comes with the Headless Horseman. So we watch that like every Halloween, and since we always watch it. And so we always watch Toad. I think it's like Toad's Big Adventure or something, but it's so funny.
Yeah, send me a link to that. It was so funny because this morning on Affordably Geeky, Kim found out she had to frog something.
Oh.
And so everybody was saying that she had frog rage. She got really upset, and she was just like, "Rrr, rrr."
This is frog rage.
Yeah.
I've been there for that. I've been there.
So we could both be frogs.
Frogs. She could be the frog. You can be the toad.
I will be the toad.
Hot to continue my blanket, by the way. So this is getting put away. This is why I don't get that much crochet done when the temperature starts getting above 55.
Oh yeah.
I get so hot.
I hear you. I totally hear you.
Hey, by the way, Mel, speaking of getting a lot of stuff done, I'm busting my stash.
Sure, so
my numbers are gonna be hard to catch. You better get to work.
I do, and I need to. And it's funny because I haven't even worked on my stash busting blanket, but I have the yarn pulled, and that's something I'm working on this week or next week because we need to pick new colors whenever I come back by.
Oh yeah.
So, which reminder, I messed up on my appointment. It wasn't this week, it was last week. So I had to reschedule it, and it's scheduled for next week. So there will be no live for me again next Saturday. And I'm so sorry, you guys.
That's okay.
Because I haven't been posting videos either. I'm telling you, I've been a little bit overwhelmed with a few things in personal.
Yeah.
So I just need to get back on track is what I need to do. Get back in my rhythm.
Yeah. TKW, yes. Same thing here in upstate New York. It's supposed to be 66 degrees and just rain all day long. It's crazy. Like there's snow on the ground right now. And tomorrow.
Beautiful here, to be honest.
It's crazy. Ambi is saying she wishes the spotlight hadn't been put on me.
Aw, no. You
Never
deserve
say, I got a question then.
Yeah. So now you could even come and
Yep.
give your channel lots of, we could give your channel lots of love.
We're going to let you plug away.
I am going to be honest with you. The week to get the most love is going to be on Ginger's week. She just
That's
has
true.
audience. That's why I say that. She does.
Oh,
She pulls in the most.
So
I think everybody that comes to those ones should come to these ones too.
Oh, of course. But you
we wish they would, but they don't.
Yeah. And that's okay.
Well, we just, you know what? We need to focus on telling everybody that.
Yeah.
Or we will hunt you down and bust.
We will hunt you down. You go check out these other channels.
That's right. You need to go.
Ed, number 8.
We will hunt you down.
Did you hear that?
I did.
That was, yeah, I put the link to that crime podcast on because I want everybody to be able to go to it, the Crime and Crochet podcast.
Cool.
But it's not to the podcast. It's to wait a minute. I'll put another one on. That's her link tree that has whether you want to go to
that they do probably.
Yeah, there's like the Spotify, the Google podcast, the Apple podcast, and she's done tons of podcasts, true crime. So, you know, if you want to listen to something while you crochet.
Yeah.
So much fun. That's awesome. I love that. Ed is telling us that the Yarn Fairy, and I saw where you posted that, Julie. The Yarn Fairy is on blanket number 8 for the Cash Buster.
8.
That's amazing. I love that so much.
Oh, you guys, one more thing. We've got to close up soon. But one more thing I wanted to tell everybody. I discovered this hysterically fun YouTube channel. It's called Tiny Kitchen. Have you ever heard of it?
I've seen it.
Isn't it amazing? So everything in this is like miniature. It's like dollhouse stuff. There's like little tiny pots and pans and a little kitchen. And in the little stove, the lady puts in a candle and she literally cooks real food and it's teeny, teeny, tiny.
I have seen
little tiny hamburgers and meatballs and stuff. It's hysterical. So check that out if you haven't seen that. It's just, it will make you smile.
So cute.
Yeah, each video is only like 5 minutes long, but it's so, so sweet. And I tell you what, if that were my diet plan, I'd be a lot thinner. I just ate hamburgers that were this big. My son goes, "What's the point of that?"
It's fun. It's a lot of subscribers. Abby showed that to me, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is the best."
I've seen something like that, and they had a hamster go in there and eat like a little mini burrito like that. It was like a dwarf hamster go and eat like a little mini burrito. It was adorable.
So my sister says, "Hey, Ambi, I'm excited for Make It in May. I have yet to crochet anything," which is true. Much as I try, she doesn't.
Awesome.
All right, you guys. Well, we should probably let everybody go. I think that the Yarny Fiber Sisters. I never know how to say it.
First, we need to find out what's going on everybody's channels.
Oh, why don't you go first?
Oh, okay. Well, I've got a couple more videos in my lineup. Like I told you guys, I've got this Hobie one. I've been working on this.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
That's pretty.
It's a little baby blanket. It's for the review, and I love these sunset colors. So that Hobie unboxing reviews coming up. I've also got Yarn Barn review or Yarn Barn shop thing coming up.
Like a haul?
Yeah, haul thing. And just working on yarn stuff. I hope to put out a video every day, but I don't know if every weekday.
Look at Mel's pretty smile.
Oh, we'll see.
What?
I was just watching you watch Ginger listening, and you just had a pretty smile.
Oh, I love that. I'm excited for you to get your stuff done.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's so funny, guys, because I tell this to Julie and Mel all the time, and this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm going to do.
But the fact of the matter is, Ginger, if you do a third of what you get excited about to do, you're still doing so much because you were so active. You're constantly.
Yeah.
So you're just amazing.
We love you, Toad.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mel, what are you doing
We
on
love
your
you too.
channel?
Yeah, I'm not doing crap right now. I'm so you guys. I honestly, I've had some stress. It's work related type stress. So
Yeah.
and I am the type of person that when I get like this like pressure on me, I play my.
You watch murder shows.
Yeah, I do. I watch murder shows, and then I also, I or whatever show that I've seen a million times. Because right now I'm going through Once Upon a Time again.
I do that too. I've been binging on The Crown. I've already seen it twice.
Yeah, and actually, tomorrow is a new Picard, and I get excited about this stuff. New Picard and the new Outlander shows. New season starts.
Yeah.
Picard, as in Jean-Luc.
Yes.
You didn't know that Paramount Plus has Jean-Luc. They have a new Star Trek, which is amazing. I love it. And they have Picard. They have one season already, and they're going into the second season. Actually, that one was already released. The first episode was already released on that one.
Does he have a new ship?
Watch the show.
Watch the show, Ginge. Watch the show.
WAFO.
All you Outlander fans, if you love the show, read the books.
Yeah. So and then what I end up doing is I watch my shows, I play my puzzle games or Uno, and I drink beer, and then I go to bed and I wake up and I do my day.
Start all over again.
Yeah. So forgive me. I know that I need to get back on track. So just please have patience with me while I'm
No worries. No worries.
So
my channel, last week I asked my viewers to pick my next project, and it was going to be a Grafgan, and so they did, and this is what they picked for me.
Beautiful.
So cute.
So today I bought the yarn and I bought the bobbins, and so this week I'm gonna start working on it, and
I can't wait to see
I'm gonna be doing some updates on that.
Too.
What else is going on? I'm working on the Jada blanket, so I'm on square number 3 for that. But I think that this project is gonna take up a lot of time. So
it's gonna be one. By the way, I see your little that you put on Instagram, that square blanket. You're like I love that blanket, and I want to make it because that is a beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it.
That is.
It was just scraps. It was just scraps that were left over, and I did 2 strands.
Well, you pull scraps together beautifully.
Yeah, very much.
Last week I finished the big one, the beast.
Oh yes, well, that one I love too.
Yeah.
So yeah, getting a lot of blankets again. Okay, well, should we close it up, girls?
Yeah, let's close it up.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. We're going to be up at Hook to the Left
this
week, and we're going to do St. Patrick's Day. So wear your green, wear your beads and your glasses and your little hats and everything.
Ooh.
I may just have a green hat on that one. I don't know if I own anything green. I'll have to.
I'm gonna bring my Mardi Gras hat.
There you go. That works.
There you go.
Oh, AJ, awesome. You're in the process of reading them. I'm in the process of reading them for like the 8th time.
Oh, God, they are wonderful.
I just keep going over and over and over again. Okay, I'm going to turn on the music as soon as I remember how.
Bye.
I'll find it in a second.
I'm just going to keep on waving. Bye.